Hey everybody, Kyle here with T3MA again. I've got a really fun exercise for you. I learned this in boxing. We used to do this all the time. This is good for cadence and accuracy. So you're not going hard. A lot of my exercises are going very hard on the Thai pads, on the bag, on sparring. This one, you should barely break a sweat. This is just for precision. So what I did here, and this is really easy, anybody can do this. I just got a regular tennis ball, put a rope around it, tie it very tight, really tight, so it's very secure. And look, it's hooked up into my ceiling just like that, just with some tacks or some nails or anything. So a lot of you should be able to do this just anywhere. And all you're gonna do is we're gonna treat it kind of like a bag, but we're going really light. So with this can move around, so it's a moving target. So the first thing that I like to do with this, and this is at head level, you wanna make sure that this is at your head level, is you can work on slips. This is perfect for working on slips against a moving target. So a bag doesn't move as much as this ball. So the first thing I can do is I can practice all of my slips. Remember, we have our left slip, we have our right slip, and then we have our rear slip. Hands are always up the whole time, chin's tucked in, elbows tucked in. And remember, we're just pivoting with those slips, and you're actually moving in. So one thing you can do is you can get this guy moving just like this. And every time it comes, slip back into stance. 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 So you can even do that for several rounds. You can have one round, 1 3-minute round, where all you do is just do one slip. So it's going back and forth. Slip. I'm letting it come to me. Slip. 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 You can do that for a whole round, another slip for a whole round, and then the rear slip for the whole round. You might have to keep moving this, but that's totally fine. This is also good for reaction and timing too. So that bag isn't moving much, or that tree or whatever you're fighting against right now. This is a moving target. So it keeps you on your toes, keeps your reflexes very good. The next thing you can do. Now again, we're not hitting this hard. Very light. If I hit this really hard, it's probably going to fly off. But that's not the idea of this. The idea of this is to get precision on your striking. So all I want you to do, focus as best as you can just on this target. Don't look at anything else. Don't think about anything else. Just focus on this target. And what you can do is light punches around. Notice how I'm just barely touching it, but I'm touching it right on the dot. Right on the dot. My technique is still good, and I'm just going around that target. Now, of course, the ball's going to move. It's not always going to move exactly where you want, and even I'm not hitting it perfectly every single time, especially when you're moving around. So if it's going a little cattywampus, that's totally fine, that's totally normal. But I want you to get in the habit of stepping with your punches and having that precision. So, first round, just jabs. Do one full rotation around it, going one way. One full rotation going the other way. Remember, we're stepping with our punches. So with jabs, the second round, do it with your crosses. Careful though, crosses, you know, you punch a lot harder. So nice and light. Ooh. You can do it with hooks and uppercuts as well. Uppercut, uppercut, hook. You can even do elbows. Bop, bop. So all I want you to do is, like I said,